Kind of chilly nowadays, huh?
Fall game.
Yeah, this is fall.
Trey, what do you feel like you've seen out of your guys' secondaries? You've kind of come together and learned a few defense this year.
It's been a lot of grit. I've seen a lot of guys buying in. A lot of guys wanting to understand the defense and go out there and be the best that they can be, and just execute the plan that Mike has for us.
Trey, you talked about putting on some more weight this offseason to, help with run fits a little bit more. How are you feeling about your strength going into the season?
I feel good. I'm at 195. It's kind of heavy for me. I'm usually at like 189, but 195 is a really good weight for me, and I can still run at that weight, so I feel pretty good.
Why did you do that?
I just wanted to play bigger, see what that does for me, and it's been doing well for me.
You get a chance to test that at all against guys like Laviska and Derek, some of these big receivers, obviously DK as well?
Yeah, shedding the block. Those guys come to block you and they put their hands on you, man. They're pretty firm. So just working at getting off the block and just setting edges.
Do you think this receiver core is going to be one of the more physical receiver cores out there?
Of course, they got a style, that they got over there being physical, and you got a lot of big receivers over there. So it's like, it's just a lot of those guys who's going to bring the pain to you. So it's a pretty good room to have over there.
It's the first time since you've been here the team has gone and done joint practices. What did you think of that week, being away and doing all that?
It was. I thought it was pretty good to test to see where we were, as a defense and what we need to work on and improve, versus those guys, because they have some really good guys over there. They run the same defense that we have and stuff like that. So to see us execute those things, go out there, and just put it all out there, it was pretty good for us to see those things.
What do you think of the new kickoff rule and kind of how that's started to play out?
I got mixed feelings about it. I don't really know how to feel about it yet. I haven't really seen anything from it. It worked down at the USFL and all those other things, but it's a lot different competition when you're in the NFL and seeing how that plays out.
Nashville hot chicken, yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah, all the way. It's crazy. I've been talking about Nashville since we left. About the chicken. I didn't really know that they had that type of food out there. Everywhere I went, I was like, oh man, I gotta go here again. I seen a couple of our guys out there like 4 times in one area. I'm like, yeah, this is a real good spot to be at. And so, but it's some good food out there for sure.
How hot did you go the chicken?
Huh?
How hot did you go?
About medium. Not too hot, but hot enough where I can, bear that. So yeah.
This defense communication is important. What do you think y'all are at?
I think we still got ways to go, which is a good thing, but we're chomping at the bit. Communications is a big thing, especially with a lot of things that's being thrown at us and what we got to go out there and handle and see these things, because we have a lot of different checks versus what the offense come out there and show us. So communication is very big in this defense.
Trey, along those lines of the versatility of this defense, this stable of Mike McDonald's, how does that showing up in the back end? With you guys? Are you feeling that right now?
Yeah, there's a lot of calls where we're all playing things that we've never played in our careers. So and we're still learning those things, but it gives the defense a lot of versatility, because you got guys who can actually do that, with the skill sets that we all have. We just got to go out there and execute and put those things out, and it's just, I think it's going to be very fun because it's going to be confusing offenses and they're not really sure where we're going to be in, and we can all make those type of plays depending on where we're at in the field.
Is there any growing pains in terms of that? Like, if you found yourself frustrated about, like, I should have been right here?
Not really. Everything is pretty simple. You just got to get it down. You got to rep it, and it's going to come very easy once we get it down, for sure.
We've heard that you have to go.
Trey, year 4, last year, your rookie deal. What do you personally, individually, want to get out of this season?
Like I said before, I want to be the best. You got to shoot for the sky. You shoot for things that's, most people think is unreachable, but you think it's reachable to you. You will be able to grab some of those things. So I said, like before, I want to be Pro Bowl, All Pro, all those things, and you got to do that by being great and taking it one play at a time. And so once you do those things, go out there and be you and make those plays one play at a time, it'll all stack up at the end.
about the importance of knowing your other teammates' positions. Can you just elaborate a little bit on that and that you are there? In terms of
Yeah, so for example, you got guys, you got corners or whoever playing spots that linebackers play. You got linebackers playing spots that, corners will play. It's just simple things like those things. So, man, we're all over the place, but it's very beneficial, I tell you.
You say it sounds simple, it sounds complicated.
Yeah, if you don't play ball, it can be complicated. Yeah, for sure.
Tre, you have one of the stickiest coverage films out there, but that also can lead to some penalties. Is that something you're working on this year?
I mean, I'm just remain me, still be who I am. They're going to make those calls, but my goal is to stick to the receiver. Sometimes some calls don't be good calls, you know what I'm saying? And you can see those things where refs make mistakes too, but as long as I go out there and still show that I can cover those guys, I mean, I let it speak for itself.
The quarterback room as a whole, all you guys have kind of been here for a year or two now. What do you kind of feel like, I guess, the expectations for all of that can be with the experience that all you guys have now?
I mean, just go out there and be a pro. We've been here. We know what to expect. We gotta carry one another up on the hill, and bring some young guys along with us, because we're all as one. We all want to be great, and we all want to be in that Super Bowl at the end of the season. So we got to just bring everybody and make sure everybody's on the same page and understand where we're trying to get and where we're trying to go.
In what ways do you think you'll see the biggest growth in your game this season?
That's a great question. I'd say, like I said before, just being more consistent, taking it one play at a time, and like I said, just watching it all stack at the end, and not worry about little things that I can't control.
What's it been like getting to know K'Von Wallace and playing with him? We hear him a lot from the sideline. He seems like a pretty vocal guy.
Man, he seems like he's been in the league for like 10 years, man. He's very loud. He's very communicative. He wants to make sure everybody's held accountable. Man, he's a really good guy to be around, man. Very fun, and I'm just excited about him, just being along this journey with us, for this being his first year being here. Man, he brings out the best in a lot of us.
Anything else?
Thanks, man.
Got you guys.